Welcome to my review or opinion on Ancient Dispensational Truth by James Morris. And I picked this up because I've heard very strong words. I've heard covenant theologists call dispensationalists heretics and vice versa. So I really wanted to get down to studying history and, before J.N. Darby and Schofield and some of these guys that people accuse of creating dispensationalism, I wanted to see and go back in history, in church history specifically, and see if I could find a book that would tap into some of the old church, Waldensians, Albigensis, the Paulicians, the Donatists, whoever it may be, whatever the Christian's name, sect's name would go by, at whichever point in history, whichever century. You guys know I'm big on church history. And so I read this book and I heard names like Irenaeus and I seen Augustine, and then it enveloped and said Saint Augustine. So, and then it, mentioned Jerome as well. And so it didn't take too long, obviously, for me to realize that they were quoting Catholic authors. And so this book is essentially an apologetic, surprise, surprise, to show you that the Catholic Church believed in dispensationalism. So if you're not a Catholic, but you're a Christian and you're trying to get to the bottom of dispensationalism, where did it come from, etc., I don't think this book will really do you any good, because it's just proving that the Catholics believed in dispensationalism. And so this is not your book if you're looking, for church history. If you're a Catholic, that wants to prove dispensationalism was in the Catholic Church, hey, here's your book, man. I mean, I read only halfway through like the first chapter and of course the introduction, but I would not waste my time with this book, for obvious reasons, with where the Catholic Church is at with their doctrine and things like that. And so I wanted to give you guys a warning. If you're a Christian, do not buy this book. And I just have to say, this is a testimony to somebody. I mean, I believe that this man, James C. Morris, has been a Christian for well over 70 years and has been a teacher among Christians for more than 45 of these, having served both as a local pastor and an intern preacher. So if this man is a Christian now, I haven't read this book, but if anything at all, he has to believe that being a Protestant, they broke off the Catholic Church, and the Catholic Church is the church to follow, the history, the vein of history through. And that's the problem, because if we study church history in our Bible, we can see that the Catholic Church should not have been reformed. It should have been rejected. And that's why Baptists are not Protestants. If you're a Protestant, you're going to, look at a book like this and go, trace yourself back into Catholic history, and your whole foundation is going to be off. So that's why we have to understand that a Baptist, especially a fundamental Baptist, is not a Protestant. And this is the fruit of people not understanding that. I mean, this literally says that this man is a Christian, and for 45 years he's been studying and been a pastor, and he's completely off. So we can see that not having the appropriate understanding of history or our Bible, I mean, this sent this man off for decades with an improper understanding. And so that's why I wanted to issue a warning to you guys today on this. I'm praying to find a better book on dispensational history, if there is one. All right, guys, God bless you. Praise the Lord. And I hope this is helpful.